Hello and a warm welcome to my quick introduction to the EFT Master Practitioner training course. I'm Sandra Hillawi. I've been a trainer with the AMT since 2002 and I am totally delighted and proud to be teaching this latest training from the AMT, which has been developed by Sylvia Hartman, the chair of the AMT, and launched in November 2011. So this quick intro will cover the modules that make up this 3-day superb training, and hopefully I'm going to show you why it's going to be a great idea and a great investment for you to make this year to attend this training. So we cover 3 days, basic, intermediate and advanced level of EFT, and we are focusing on energy EFT. We're looking at EFT from the point of view of energy blockage and energy flow within the body's energy system, and this is our focus and foundation for this course, which makes it very different from a lot of the other traditional trainings that we have had in the past, and even that we've had available from the AMT in the past as well. So if you think about mind, body and spirit, we're totally focused in the third field in the area of spirit and the body's energy system. So let's take it day by day as we go on the first day, discovering EFT, introducing your role as an energist, what that means, how to introduce EFT to somebody, looking at this new, what we call the SU scale, which covers the whole range of emotional experience from -10 through to 0 and on to +10. Again, we used to only go to 0, releasing pain in the past with EFT. Now we go and break through that and head up to a +10 and discover a whole new life of high energy flow states, on exactly what that means for us in terms of real transformation, healing, and how we can be in our life. Then we look at reversing energy body stress and understanding that the background stress that we have in the energy body makes us think crazy, feel bad, and act crazy. And there's absolutely no point in trying to talk to and discover about the real problem underlying with a client who is in a highly stressed state, because they have no access to the details of the real underlying issues of the problem. So we look at tapping to de-stress the client and then making that an integral part of working with the client on working towards their underlying issues. We also focus on the relationship between the practitioner and the client and getting an excellent rapport between both and a level, equal working relationship between the two without any hierarchy. Module 3, we introduce the story protocol, which some of us are familiar with, but in a very comprehensive way, showing the importance of taking our time to approach the heart of the problem using the story, but in a very step-by-step, thorough and safe way. And a lot of people find that the level we go into in the story protocol within the Master Practitioner training is a lot more than they've experienced before. Then on the last unit of day 1, we look at what it actually means to be a professional practitioner, what are the ethical and moral and professional practices that we are involved in setting up a business and working in this field, and what it means to look after the client prior to, during and after they come to see us for help and healing. So day 1 is our introduction, and it's aimed that people can go away with a good basic working knowledge of the principles of energy EFT, a good protocol that will be effective to work with, and some concepts about setting up professionally in practice. Day 2 is the intermediate practitioner. And the modules we cover are as follows. Extremely focused treatments. We seek to understand and discover the precise origins and memories and events that underlie people's behaviours and problems that they may be experiencing today. We look at where we feel that in the body, and we introduce the EFT body protocol as another way of tapping, chasing the feelings in the body as this energy releases and our state changes as a result. And that introduces the opportunity to work content-free, doing secret therapy with clients, so they don't have to divulge or discuss the content of their problem to the practitioner, which is a very great opportunity for clients and for the practitioner to offer to clients. Now, we then go on to working with aspects, and this is one of my personal favorite areas to work with EFT. And we look at how to approach past events and future events that may be a problem for the person, and how to approach in a safe or dissociated way where we have good perspective and control over evolving the event and creating transformation. And in addition, looking carefully into the relationship of the client now and the person that they were in the past, and reconciling and evolving that relationship too. Very, very powerful format and structure and tool to work with. And you could be very creative about what you can bring in as you work with clients in this way to evolve their painful or traumatic or important events in their life through to transformation and learning. Unit 7, emotions and energy. We look to now have a deeper understanding about what emotions really are and how they're related to the energy system. And obviously, as a protocol, we're already familiar with inquiring about how does the client feel to discover the emotions behind the problem and work with that. But we come to understand the sixth sense, the language of the body, how the body expresses emotion and all the feelings that we feel, from the light tingling through to the stronger emotions, through to chronic pain, being the whole scale of emotion, and how to interpret, understand and work with that. So we get a very good understanding all about the whole field of emotion and energy, which is the bread and butter, obviously, of the EFT practitioner. Energy body events. This is a really important module to discover that there's not only trauma events that are behind our behaviors and problems. There's all kinds of events that people can have experienced in their life, including guiding stars or highlight events, which also are very powerful drivers behind certain kind of behaviors that our clients and ourselves might be exhibiting. So we look at how to identify and evolve guiding star events. And we look at forensic EFT, which is a very fun and fascinating and interesting approach from a fragment of information about the problem or a memory, how to go like a detective, asking all the questions that are needed to gather the evidence about the event that must have happened in order for this problem to be as it is today, and allow the client then to finally access in the full sixth sensory experience the event for evolution and transforming of that event. So forensic EFT is a fascinating approach of questioning to discover the details of an event which we might not have access to as we start off with our client. So we have come to have a great understanding of the whole range of events, including healing events and as important transformation events for the client. So events are key to working with clients, so we get a very good understanding and grasp of all the different kind of events that somebody can be living and how we can approach them. Day 3 is for the advanced practitioner, and in Unit 9 we look at beliefs and changing beliefs, mind changes, understanding how beliefs are actually formed during powerful energy system events, and how we can then use EFT to evolve limiting beliefs from discovering those events. How also, knowing how beliefs are formed, we can install helpful, useful beliefs using EFT as well. This is another powerful, important approach and tool for using EFT. In Unit 10, we look at energetic relationships, understanding the energy flow in relationship and what we get, the concept of energy nutrition, and as well as looking at our relationships between people, we look at energetic entities, which is something a little bit more esoteric or abstract, but people naturally form relationships with things, objects, and in their life, their car or their mobile phone or their comfort blanket or all kinds of things we form relationships with. And even we have relationships with things in our energy system, like that little voice or that little person on talking to them on their shoulder, having an opinion on everything. These kind of interesting, fascinating, energetic situations that we might meet, we can learn to recognize them and to identify how to work with them to help our clients who have these kind of energetic patterns going on, help them to evolve and grow in their relationships towards being free of more interesting, unusual relationships like that. We also look at a very important area of working with groups, and that as soon as 2 or 3 or more people come together, an energetic entity of the energy of the group forms, and how we can work with the group energy to do healing, therapeutic work, change work with groups of people who have a similar kind of area of interest or aim or purpose, without singling out individual members. So this is a very important area which we look at in Module 10. And then in Module 11, we look at autogenic reality. And we understand the whole area where the conscious mind meets the energy mind or unconscious mind, and metaphor. And we come to understand what memories actually are as autogenic reality, and how to fully activate a memory as a stable autogenic reality with the past aspect or the past version of the person inside the memory and the story unfolding of the events that happened, and how we can work with EFT within that stable autogenic reality and evolve the memory for our clients. So we also look at working with metaphor for very complex life problems and situations where a client may give you a metaphor. My life is like and some complex representation for it. How do we actually go from there and actually work to evolve that at a very high level of change that we're creating when we work at that level? So autogenic reality, very interesting, and again more advanced concept to work with for the practitioner. And in the final unit 12, we look at, well, what is a master practitioner of EFT? What do we mean by that? What are the principles and the skills and the qualities of a master practitioner? And we review the core skills. Each unit has a set of core skills that are required to be achieved in order to pass the course. So we'll be validating the core skills throughout the course and concluding with our certification at the end of the 3 days, subject to achieving the core skills from the 3 days. So everybody who attends this course gets immense personal development from the course, from the training, because there's lots of hands-on exercises, and the new concept of the SU scale going to a +10, and our intentions to evolve the person and their events and life experiences through to a +10 means that the participants in the course get tremendous transformation and personal development during their learning and training program on this course. So that's a really, really fantastic benefit. And secondly, the one of the main things I think that comes from this course is a real understanding and grasp of what is the essence of what is behind people's behavior and people's problems and the reasons why they do the things that they do, and a real grasp of the energy system and how to discover those events and how to work with the events and evolve them from a purely energetic point of view. Once you have that and a number of little skills and concepts to work with to approach a client's problem from there are many different directions the client starts from when they approach you for help. They'll present their problem from a number of different perspectives. How to go from there to discover the heart of the problem, evolve it in a transformational way to delight your clients. Really, this is something that you will become confident in after this course, and really the knowledge, skills will give you the power and confidence, the structure and focus to work effectively with your clients. You will be totally delighted that you took the time and the investment to come to this EFT Master Practitioner course. So I hope you'll join us. The investment is £395. That includes 1 year's membership of the AMT and your very, very comprehensive, superb training manual that you'll get, which will be a fantastic resource for you after the course as well, and the 3 training days and refreshments thrown in as well. So you can book below. You can contact me in person to discuss it in more detail, or you can book below and look at the dates I have coming up on my events calendar this year. I look forward to seeing you and working with you in the near future. Thank you so much for listening in. Bye for now.